Hi, I'm Greg Hunter. This is the weekly news wrap-up for Friday, June 7th, 2013. I'm coming to you from a farm in eastern Missouri. I have a crop report for you right at the end of this broadcast. But first up, 1,000 Marines are headed for the Jordan-Syrian border. Now, it's normal that the U.S. has exercises with Jordan. They're one of our allies. But the 1,000 Marines going there this time is not normal. That's the reports. They have military equipment. They have, tanks and Humvees and things like that. Pieces of the 1st Armored Division, I've been telling you this for weeks, are already in Jordan, headed for the border. It's reported that the Pentagon is worried about a wider war spilling out from the Syrian civil war, which has claimed the lives of 70,000 Syrians, more than 70,000 Syrians already. And this is just another sign about how the Middle East and that part of the Middle East is inching towards war. I mean, all you're seeing is missiles and tanks and aircraft and Patriot batteries and things like that, all heading into that area. So please keep your eye on the Middle East. There's a new story out how the U.S. and this time the NSA, the National Security Agency, is collecting data from Verizon customers. They had an unlimited, basically, pass to collect all the data they wanted, and it happens to go on to about mid-July. Now some members of Congress are asking questions. Others are defending this action, saying, well, we stopped terrorism. We did stop some terrorism. Really? What terrorism acts have you stopped? This is just another march towards, the reduction of our freedoms and our liberties. And if we really had a liberal in the White House like Thomas Jefferson, we wouldn't have, secret wiretaps. We wouldn't have surveillance. We wouldn't have all this massive data collection, surveillance drones. We wouldn't have a drone murder program that has killed thousands already. We wouldn't have the NDAA, which provides for the indefinite detention of Americans, and the DHS buying, millions and, they have orders for billions of rounds of ammunition. Speaking of the DHS, Division of Homeland Security, Congress, note to DHS, stop buying ammunition. That's right, there's a bill in Congress that's telling the DHS, Division of Homeland Security, to stop buying all this ammunition. You don't make any new orders. You can get what you've already ordered, but stop doing this. Now, the DHS saying, oh, we're just getting a good deal. People like Senator Inhofe from Oklahoma say that's not true. They're doing it to buy up all the ammunition. And the Hill is reporting that some congressmen are saying that this is a natural reaction because some conservatives and some people in Congress fear that the government is getting ready to go to war with the civilian population, ready to go to war with American citizens. That's being reported in the Hill. So anybody who didn't think this ammunition buying was a real story, it certainly is, and it's getting the attention of members of Congress. Record demand for gold and silver coins, according to the U.S. Mint. How can that happen? How can the price be whacked down in the last few months and suppressed, and demand is soaring? Record demand for gold and silver coins. The Mint is buying all the blanks it can buy, according to the Mint. And so something has to be phony here. Well, let's see. The demand isn't phony because the Mint's reporting it. So, I guess the price must be phony to have this kind of demand. It's outrageous. All right, here's what I wanted to tell you about the crops here in eastern Missouri. Water everywhere. Driving in Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, all across the eastern part of the Midwest, lots of rain, lots of water, lots of muddy fields, lots of empty fields. This field behind me right here, you see it? It's completely empty. By this time, you'd have corn about this high, maybe beans about this high, nothing. And that's the way it is all throughout the eastern part of the Midwest. Either very small, tiny little crops are planted, or zero, nothing. I have a friend of mine who's a professional farmer here in the area, and I said, how much do you have planted? He said, about 1/3. He's telling me yields are going to be way down because the later you plant, the lower the yields. Now, out west and in the western part of the Midwest, they're dry. They're very dry, extreme drought conditions. Aquifers are drying up. All that to say this, either too much water or not enough water, take your pick. Yields are going to be lower and prices for food are going to be much higher in the coming year. That's the way I see it. I want to thank everybody for coming onto the site and commenting, and also thank you to all the people who pressed the donate button and help us out here. Have a good weekend. I'm Greg Hunter.